All right. Well, we're live, literally live streaming right now. Brian, how's it going?
It's good. I'm using my head to block out the electrical box behind me so that nobody at home can see it.
I
But
gotcha.
everything's going well. That's like districts, man. It's here. It's crazy. It's the postseason. Everything's just nuts. And all these districts have been crazy so far.
That's right. That's right. But before districts, I was at FLYRA this past weekend with the drone,
Hmm.
and a lot of great races. I got some pretty good footage of all the middle school races. There was one race that was really close, and it happened to have one of our interviewees. He ended up not winning. He got second, but he gave a great effort with the Hillsborough Harriers. So make sure to go check out all those videos. Laura, as always, the meet director, did a great job putting it on. Dan Epstein helping her out. Those two together, always a good combination.
Yep.
But lots of great performances. But it was dominated by No Excuses Track Club for the club sections, and it was dominated by Red Sea for the school sections. So
Interesting.
and we actually have some interviews coming up with both of those coaches. They'll be dropping tomorrow and Thursday,
Hmm.
or tomorrow and Friday. And yeah, I'm a day off because districts. So um,
Okay.
you went to a district today, right?
I did. I went to 1A District 5 in Largo,
Okay, all
and
right.
it was a district. It was a district. It was like you know, 40% asphalt. All these kids had spikes on. I guess nobody told them it was asphalt, and so it was wild. But
What was what was the course?
Taylor Park,
Okay, yep, I'm very familiar with Taylor Park.
I've never been there
Um,
before. Actually, I worked down the street there for a better part of 2 years and didn't know existed. Didn't know that was it, and so I went right by there, and it was interesting.
well, that's my father-in-law used to coach at Largo, and he used to put on events at Taylor Park. So my wife
Okay,
has ran there, my brother-in-law's ran there, so kind of
it's a family
interesting.
affair.
Yeah, yeah. I personally have never been there, so I have no idea, but I've heard stories. So, uh,
Hmm.
and then I had the double district up in Lake City. The
Oh
races,
yeah.
yeah, seemed to go pretty well. Um, I do owe some apologies to the three or four athletes that tripped on the roots in the back and scraped their knees up. I told them they got to pick their feet up a little higher when they run. But other than that, everything seemed to go good. We had some great times. We had perfect weather. It was nice and cool. Um, yeah, so can't complain. Looking at all the district results, it looks like the teams. I don't see any like crazy teams that weren't expected to make it making it, but the teams that are supposed to be in are in. Didn't have anybody really lose an athlete or anything like that to give them or to take them out, I guess, of moving on to regionals.
Yep.
Um, but I do have something I want to talk about. You want to listen?
Uh-oh.
So the FHSAA, I'm going to assume because they got a lot of emails from coaches, move the entry deadlines back. So originally it was like October 28th, I think, or even 27th. And they moved it all the way back till I think this past Sunday.
Mm.
And
Interesting.
yeah, and I get it because, coaches are trying to get their teams in and everything. But man, when it's time for districts, you should know your 15 on the roster and be able to put them in with no problems. Like, I don't understand why we're having to ask the FHSA to move the date back to the day before some of the meets. Because, like, I know Jacksonville, I think Episcopal, their district was on Monday.
Yep.
So, coming from the timer's standpoint, like, I would be pretty upset if I only had one day to try and hustle and get everything organized because it takes some time to get all those bib numbers scanned, to get the chips done. Like it's not a quick thing. So I don't know where the blame is, whether it's coaches or whether it's the FHSA, but we got to do better. Like I was in a group text with some timers and they weren't excited about how it all went down. So we got to figure that out. Maybe that could be brought up in the coaches advisory committee meeting coming up in a few weeks. So,
Very interesting. Very
yep,
interesting.
yep. But I think after this week, you and I were going to have to look at the districts going into regions, and maybe we have some more predictions next week because we haven't done predictions. We have the rankings, but we haven't done any predictions. So I think maybe that's something we have next week. But this week, I think should be short and sweet because there wasn't a lot going on between last week and this week. Um, how's UT doing? They got anything going on?
We have regionals this week. Regionals on Saturday.
Okay.
Saturday morning. Oh my gosh,
Where
I don't know what day it is anymore.
where's that at?
Uh, it is at Holloway. You ever been to
Oh,
Holloway Park? You ever heard of
awesome.
Holloway Park? It's at
Uh,
Holloway Park. It's our third meet of the year there.
I've been there twice already as well. So, but hey, it's a good thing. It's a cross country dedicated course, so I don't think it's a bad thing.
Oh, it's not a
Uh,
bad thing. I just thought it was funny. But yeah, it's at
yeah.
Holloway. So we have that, and then I think I mean that'll probably be it.
Okay.
Um, that'll
Nobody
be it.
moving on to nationals for you guys? Like maybe a chance?
On the men's side, probably not.
Okay.
Probably not. The women's team, I mean, they should, but I mean, the men's side is loaded, and um, Florida Southern and Lee and the usual suspects will probably make it.
Okay.
But yeah, so that'll be interesting. But yeah, that's all that's going on here. I mean, I gotta see. I'm going to the big super region next Thursday. I didn't realize it was a super region at Holloway. Ironically, I'm going back. So I think it's like 3 or 4 different regional meets at once. So
Okay.
that ought to be interesting.
Okay. Well, they can do it. I mean, they've done it before, so it'll be good.
Oh yeah.
But all right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on. It was short and sweet this week, and we will catch you guys next week with episode 17. This was 16, so episode 17 next week.
All right. Sounds good, Dusty.
Yep. Everybody, make sure you like the video. Make sure you guys are subscribed and share it, and we will see you guys next week.
All right. Have a good night.